In this video, we're gonna see how to create a website blocker using Python, and we are not gonna use any building models. We're gonna build a website blocker from scratch, and you can turn this on during your working hours and block distracting websites like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and you can automatically turn off once your work has been completed. You consider this the demo of what we're gonna do, right? When we run the Python script, it will automatically block all the websites that you listed. You consider blocking websites, and when you go to the youtube.com now, you consider it says your internet is not connected because we have blocked the youtube.com. And when we run the Python script, once the work has been completed, you consider unblocking websites. Now when you go to the youtube.com, you consider now you can access the YouTube how you do you are browsing normally. So let's see how to build a website blocker using Python. Let's get started. You consider I have opened a Python file here, blocker.py. Let's import the libraries that we need for this video. We need the time, so input time. And from the date time, we're gonna import the date time because we're gonna block the websites during the working hours. That's why we need the time as well as the date time. And basically, what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna modify a file called the host file. So basically, the host file will contain all the blocked website list. So before that, blocked website is equal to here inside this we're gonna pass all blocked websites now. So this will be a list. So let's pass youtube.com as well as pass the youtube.com with www.youtube.com. So this is the blocked websites. Now let me show you the host file now. So basically we're gonna modify the host file. So we have to do this because normally when you try to reach any website, it can be anything, google.com, any website, the host file are the one who will redirect the user has access to it. If the user has not access, then it will not redirect to the actual website. This is what we are modifying here. So to access the host file, let's go to the this PC, and you have to go to the C drive, and inside the C drive you have here something called the, so let me go to the C drive, and inside the C drive you have the Windows. Under the Windows we have something called the system32. Just go inside that folder, and under it you have folder called the drivers. So select the drivers, and inside the driver we have the folder called the etc, and inside that you consider here we have the host file. So let me open this host file now, and I'm gonna open this with notepad, and you consider this is the file. I have already blocked 5 websites here. Consider this is the redirect IP, and this is the website that I have blocked. So the redirect IP will be redirect to that website. Consider redirect website I have given is the local host. We're gonna add all the websites that we blocked to this list. So let's try to do that now. Let me close it and let's go to the text editor. So redirect IP equal to this will be our local host 127.0.0.1. This will be our redirect IP. And let's define the host path now. So host path equal to what we can do is we can copy and paste now. Let me copy this and copy address and let's paste it here. So instead of using single backslash, we have to use double backslash. So let's place the double backslash now. And the file name is the host. So let's type the file name host. How we got the host path? What we can do is we can create a function. So blocking website, this will be our function to block the websites. So website blocking. So below this function, what we can do is we can open the file now. That is the host file. So with open, we're gonna pass the host path, and we're gonna open this as a read and write mode. That is the R plus. This will open the file as read and write, and we're gonna open this as file. And once we have opened this, what we can do is we can look through these blocked websites to see if the file contains that. If it is not, then we can add them. And if you want to define the working hour, we can also do that. So starting working hour equal to 7 and end working hour is equal to, we can define 24 or 16 in this case. So 16, that's it. Starting working hour and ending working hour, we're gonna need this later. So for that we have defined that here. So now we got the file, right? What we can do is we can get all the contents from the file. So content equal to file.read, which will give us all the contents from the file. And once we got the content, we can look through the blocked websites. We can look through this and check if the website is already present in the host file. If it is not, then we can add them. So for site in blocked websites, we're gonna look through now. So if site not in content, then we're gonna add now. So if site is not present, if site not in content, then what we're gonna do is we can write it now. So if that's right, that is the file that right, we have looked through this here. We're gonna check if the blocker website is present in this poster file or not. Let me open this poster file now. You consider currently we don't have the blocker websites. Then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna write it. So file are right. So we're gonna write it using the string. First we have to define the redirect URL. So that is the redirect IP. Then what we have to provide is the website URL. We consider first it starts with redirect IP, then we have to provide the URL. So then we're gonna pause this site and we're gonna end this with a new line. So that's it. This is it. This is just a simple logic to block a website using a Python. You consider this is the logic now. So this is the logic for the blocking, and let's start working on the unblocking now. So the basically unblocking will simply remove the lines that we have added now. So let's define the function website unblocking. So again we have to open the same file. So with open I'm gonna open the first part now. So we're gonna open the same file. So let's open the first part and we're gonna open as read and write mode. So we're gonna open this as a file. Now we got the file right. What we can do is we can get individual lines as a list. You consider it contains individual lines, right? So here what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all the lines and check if the line has contained the blocked websites. If it has contained the blocked websites, we're gonna remove it. Consider this is the procedure that we do for the website unblocking. So let's get the lines now. So lines equal to file or read lines. This will give us all the lines, individual lines as a list format. Then what we're gonna do is it will put the cursor at the end of the file. Once we got all the lines as a list, so let me show you what I mean. Consider once we got all the lines as a list format, it will return all the lines as a list format and it will put the cursor at the end of the line. It will put the cursor below it. So what we have to do is we put the cursor at the top again and we gonna check if the line is included in the blocked websites. We're gonna rewrite everything. So file .sec we're gonna put the cursor at the top again and we're gonna, so this will move the cursor to the top again. And then we're gonna look through the individual lines to check if the line is contain blocked websites. If the line is not contained, we're gonna write that line again. If it contains the blocked website, we're gonna ignore it. This is what we're gonna do now. Basically, we're gonna check all the lines and we're gonna rewrite it. If the line is not contains the blocked website, we're gonna write it. If it is contains the blocked website, we're gonna ignore it. So for line in lines, what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically we can keep a variable now to see if the line contains the blocked websites. Let's do that now. So I'm gonna keep a variable called the should keep equal to, I'm gonna set this as true initially. So once we got any line that contains the blocked website, we're gonna turn this to false. We're gonna look through the blocked website and check if the line contains that website. If the line contains the website, we're gonna turn this to false and then we're gonna rewrite it. So for site in blocked websites, we're gonna check if the line has the site. If site in line, so we are checking if the site is present in the line, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the should keep to false. I'm gonna turn this to false now. So let's do that now. Should keep equal to, I'm gonna set this to false now. So yeah, finally we're gonna check if the should keep is true or false. If it is true, that means the line doesn't contain the blocked website, then we're gonna rewrite it because we have to remove the blocked websites. If the line doesn't contain the blocked website, we're gonna rewrite it. If it is contained, then we're gonna ignore it. Let me explain this with an example. Consider when reaching this line, we're gonna check if the website has linked it to the blocked website. If it is not, then we're gonna write it. If it is present, then we're gonna ignore it. That is what we are doing here. Finally, we're gonna truncate it. That is file that truncate. This is the procedure to remove it. So file or truncate. So that's it. This is the procedure to website unblock. Basically, we are adding and removing the lines that we have made changes to the host file to block and unblock. Basically, what we can do is we can break it here once we change the should keep to false. So yeah, this is the procedure for website blocking and website unblocking. So while we're gonna do the current hour now. So based on the current hour, we're gonna decide we can plug the website or unblock. So current hour equal to date time dot now dot hour. This will give us the current hour. And finally, we can check if the starting hour is less than current hour and the current hour is less than ending hour. Then we have to block our websites because we are during our working hour. So if this is the case, then we have to call the blocking functions that we have created now. So if it is the working hour, we have to call this function that is the website blocking. And finally, we can print a message like blocking websites. So if it is not the case, that is we are doing our free period, then what we can do is we can simply unblock. So unblocking websites. So yeah, this is the logic. And finally, we can call the unblock website unblock function. This should unblock the function for us. And finally, we can sleep the while loop for 5 seconds. So time dot sleep. So we gonna sleep for 5 seconds. I think it is the instead of 50 seconds, we can sleep it for. So this is the 5 minutes, right? We're gonna sleep it for 5 seconds. That is the 50. So that's it. So what we can do is we can save this file now. So normally when you go to the YouTube without using this feature, so let me go to the youtube.com now. You consider the youtube.com is now accessible because we have not blocked the any websites. Consider we are getting the youtube.com as usual, how we browse normally, but when we run the Python script, you consider it says website blocking. Now when you try to reach the YouTube now, you consider it says the internet is not connected because we have blocked it. That's why it says internet blocker not connected. And you consider using the Python, we have blocked this website. And if you want to unblock it, just write the same Python script again. So we're gonna run the same Python script now. So Python, and we're gonna paste the file location and consider it says website unblock. Now when you try to reach the youtube.com, you consider now we successfully access the website as normal. So yeah, this is it. This is how you create a website blocker using Python, and we are not gonna use any third party library. We have used the simple logic, that is editing the first file, that is adding and unlearning the website list that we don't need. And yeah, this is it. This is for this video, and I will continue in the next one.